When I want to double click on regress there. When you say regress, are you talking about a deal moving back in the pipeline, or are you talking about a rep?
Okay. No, moving back. So the deal moves back. Two things are frustrating, especially when you're trying to be predictable. Obviously, pushing forwards, right? So it's a January deal, it's a February deal, it's a March deal. Like, at some point, is it a deal? Like, I think that's a question that you really need to have. Like, is it a deal? You might have all the medics that you want in there, but is it a deal? Are they actually going to buy? And sometimes they're just not going to buy. And I think a good seller gets to that no or that yes as fast as possible. But if a deal slides back, my first question to the rep is, what happened? And, what I heard at the beginning when I first got here is, oh, I didn't know they had to meet with the board. Oh, I didn't know they had to talk to, the CFO. Okay. Well, let's talk about that. So what are the deals that are on here that people haven't talked to the board? They'll raise their hands. How many people on these got these deals right here that haven't talked to the CFO? They'll raise their hands. So if John's having that problem, do we think anybody else is going to have that problem? How do we overcome it? Do you want to? So in that exact experience, as a real deal, I was a change of voice. I said, let me send an email. I'll put you on it. I always copy the reps. I'll put you on it. Let me talk through it and see if I can get to the CFO. They did take a meeting with us. I actually went with that rep on site, and was able to kind of help bring it back. It pushed the deal about 28 days, but we got it. But he went all the way to the end, Now, there's two arguments. His argument would be like, they never told me. My argument is, you never asked.
And it's your job the job of the rep. Yeah.
But I can tell you right now that he will never come to a call without that knowledge. Again. But again, it's not stick. It's a teaching moment. How many of you, when you look around the room and you look at all your counterparts, you got 4 or 5 people raising their hand. You're not the only one that did it. Learn from it. Move on from it. If you do it twice, we got a problem. 3 times, we got a real problem. But yeah, it's your job as the rep to know that. You should be constantly inquisitive. Is there anything else that I'm missing? I've heard you mention Susan. Who's Susan? What does Susan do? Can Susan sign? Oh, okay. Susan works for Jimmy. Okay. What does Jimmy do? Like, it's that constant, building out that hierarchy. And what I think it makes it hard right now is not a lot of people are back in the office. And if they are, it's hybrid. It's not full time. So you can no longer just show up at the office and fumble your way around and hope that you can find people. I hope I'm not the only one that tried to get in office as a delivery guy, and just find out who is who. May or may not have been thrown out of an office many years ago. But you can't do that anymore. So now it's going to have to be through questioning. It's going to have to be through joint trust. It's going to have to be through building a rapport like this on the screen.